make sure we do it right and do it as infrequently as possible. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a quick walkthrough of Copay real quick. This is, you're going to see a lot of movement from BitPay in this space. As we build out some of the Bitcore components, Copay was sort of our first draft of a wallet. We started in the corporate treasury management space. Specifically, we built Copay for BitPay, right? You know, we've got a number of officers at our company. We've got a lot of funds coming in and out. We need a safe way of managing that, right? And one person holding the keys definitely is not it. Cold storage is kind of inconvenient and awkward, and is honestly, it's also vulnerable to compromise. We really feel that multi-sig is the only way forward to really get us across this bridge gap until we completely move into non-fiat. Copay is that first attempt, okay? Now that we're pretty happy with what we've achieved with Copay in terms of user experience, I'll give you a demo on that in just a second, we're starting to break out and isolate all of the components out of Copay, including sort of the asynchronous transaction proposal storage that we built for Copay, where if you want to propose that a transaction be made to your peers, they want to be able to sign or reject those transactions. So you don't have to always be online at the same time. It has to be asynchronous, right? Otherwise it's terribly inconvenient. So we're baking that into a new Bitcore module. We're breaking out the actual server for Copay into a Bitcore module that explicitly provides a Bitcore service, or a Copay service. So if you are a startup or a product in totally different space, but you want your users to be able to manage funds of some sort, you can simply spin up a Copay-server and then bind to its API to control all of your funds. And then it becomes a completely isolated API that is only interacted with by your application. So you'll start to see that accelerate very quickly. A lot of these projects are already open source on GitHub. We try to keep them underneath the Copay and Bitcore banners, just so that it's not too confusing. So let me go ahead and show you guys what Copay is all about. We are available on iOS, Android, and Windows Phone, but I tend to use the web version more often than not, just because it's a little easier. The interesting thing about Copay specifically is that we have this opportunity to do cloud storage versus local storage. So you have the choice as to whether or not you want the same profile and Bitcoin stored across multiple devices, or if you want to isolate your devices. And I use both. A really good case is when I might want to do two-factor auth, right? Where instead of trusting some company to manage my two-factor auth with SMS or Google Authenticator and my password, both of which could be compromised, I have two different profiles, one on my laptop, one on my phone, where if I want to spend money, it's a 2 of 2 and I have to sign it from both my computer and my phone, right? So I'll see the proposal on my phone, I'll say yes. I'll show you exactly what that looks like. All right, so I've got let me actually switch over to a different wallet here. So I use Copay with a number of projects, not the least of which is my podcast. The host of the podcast, we've pooled some money, and anytime we want to spend it, we propose it, and if everybody agrees, it can be spent. But then I've got my sort of one-of-one wallet. I'm going to go ahead and actually create a new wallet is probably the best way to demo how this works. If I could get 2 of you maybe with Android phones or a computer to also be willing to join my wallet, that would be fantastic. I'm going to call this the blockchain U test. If I can type. I'm going to select a number of 3 co-payers. So there's going to be myself and at least 2 others out there. And we're going to say that this is a 2 of 3 wallet. So when I create this wallet, it's going to create a secret. Don't share the secret with the world like I'm doing right now. but when you share the secret, you can now join this wallet. So maybe if I could get 1 or 2 more people to join this wallet, I can demo what a transaction proposal looks like.
Do we need to install it? What do we have to do?
Well, Android works great if you install the Android one. If you have Windows Phone or anything like that. It does work on tablets as well. So.
What's it called in iOS?
So unfortunately, we're not officially listed on the App Store just yet. If you sign up on our beta, there's like a little beta sign up. It should get you an email like instantly. So. Okay, I've got